all the preparation, the sacrifice, the blood and tears comes down to a final game between the XLeague's only undefeated teams as the Chicago Blitz take on the Atlanta Empire. It's the inaugural X Cup, and it's coming up next. Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, and tonight, the site of X Cup 2022. Hello and welcome inside our X-League broadcast booth alongside my partner Lane Grigg. I'm Kit McConico, and Elaine, after a fantastic regular season, 2 phenomenal playoff games, we are here. The biggest prize in women's tackle football, and appropriately enough, it is the 2 undefeated teams, Chicago and Atlanta, a script you could not have written any better.
No. In its first season, the X-League has delivered an incredible on-field product. And if I had to pick 2 teams to be on its grandest stage, it would be Chicago and Atlanta. Now, this Chicago Blitz team, they may remind you of another team from Chicago, the 1985 Chicago Bears. You have an unconventional quarterback in Stephanie Raymond, a strong run game behind Javelle Thompson, and a rock-solid defense. In fact, the league's best.
These 2 teams very similarly built. Atlanta leans on the run game, maybe a bit more than Chicago. And the Empire, they are going to dial up that run game with their workhorse, Jessica Salazar, named league MVP last night at the X-League Awards ceremony. Salazar, a true power back, and perhaps the biggest test for the Chicago defense tonight.
There are 2 Chicago defensive players to watch who will be tasked with stopping Salazar. First, linebacker Krista Campa, who is as good as it gets in the middle. She has great instincts in attacking the run game. Another key defender for the Brits is Labrinthia Murdoch. Murdoch is a secondary player that flies all over the field and is one of the better tacklers on the roster.
Salazar will surely test the Chicago defense, and both teams seem to have been destined for tonight's game since week 1. Our crew had the opportunity to sit down with a couple of leaders from both sides, Kristen Campa of Chicago and Lauren Ziegler of Atlanta, to talk about the historic first ever X Cup.
Pure magic, everything about it. It's snowing inside in Texas, right? We're making snow angels, having a good time, but when you really think about it, every moment that's brought us to this moment, individually coming back from an injury, not knowing if I'd be here again, other teammates coming back from injuries, Sid working day and night, but it's exciting, right? To go down in the history books, that will mean the world to this team. We worked our butts off for this, and so it'll be pure magic.
It's been a long time coming, and I have yet to win a championship. And you know, I've worked very, very hard for the past 11 years of my football career, and not having an actual championship cuts deep. If I can walk away after this game with a win, you know, I can be able to close the chapter of my football career and be okay with that. So there's a few players that I've been playing with for quite some time that have been working at this. You know, Keon, Jolie, but there's some players that, you know, are sisters to me forever. And, you know, if I can hold up the trophy with them and have the confetti fall on us and be able to bring that championship to Atlanta and finally give the fans what they deserve and to give our team what it finally deserves.
Both Campa and Ziegler hoping to be the one hoisting the X Cup trophy after 40 minutes of football. One of these undefeated teams will fall, while the other will make history as the X Cup 2022 champion. The Atlanta Empire, led by longtime head coach Dane Robinson, Coach of the Year nominee, and they are led by their star quarterback, Bailey Hodgins, 19 years old, a Canton, Georgia native, has the top QBR in the league. That being said, Lane has the fewest attempts and the fewest completions of any league, but she has been outstanding this year. Now the pressure firmly on her shoulders as Atlanta won the toss. And the Empire with the first possession of X Cup 2022, the ultimate prize on the line. Number 1 versus number 2. Atlanta with the handoff, Ziegler around the side, and it will be a gain of 4 on first for Ziegler and the Empire.
And you could see a little bit of the offensive game plan there from Atlanta. They went with a motion early. They tried to get that Chicago defense get out of position, but it didn't work. They did a great job adjusting.
Atlanta making it 2nd and medium. The longtime vet getting involved early. Hodgins takes to the air, and this is intercepted. Picked off by the Blitz. Read it perfectly, did Chicago. Hodgins looking for a Fazekai, but stepped right in front of it, did Jade Austin.
And I think what you got here is you got a young quarterback who's staring at one receiver the entire play. There's only one person in the route, and that's a Fazekai. The D-back jumps it, and the first big play of the game goes to the Chicago Blitz.
Austin, the rookie and Chicago native, gives the Blitz a short field to work with, and they are fired up. Sid Lewis, Coach of the Year award winner. Chicago, the Team of the Year, awarded at last night's awards banquet. And now we get our first look at the Offensive Player of the Year, Stephanie Raymond, the quarterback from Rockford, Illinois, former professional basketball player. She is as gritty as they come, the point guard. She can pass, she can scramble, can do it all. It's going to be a handoff into Robinson. Tamika Robinson through one tackle and up across the 20 down to the 17.
And both of these teams like to pound the rock, and Chicago staying true to what they believe in, opening up with a good run around the left side and a good pickup on first down.
Raymond right through the would-be tackle of Blacklock. Robinson, they call her Big Meek, shows the power there. 2nd and 4, Raymond under center. Another handoff, the Blitz, pick up the first down and pushed out at the 12.
And there it is, Javelle Thompson. We highlighted her in the pregame show. First carry.
Number 56. Still 2nd down.
And I spoke too soon. I was going to say picking up that first down, but it's going to be a holding penalty, and Chicago is going to have to try again.
They'll go against Stephanie Daniels, the Blitz's rookie tight end, so that will back them up. 2nd and long now for Raymond and company. But you already see what they can do on the ground. We've seen Robinson. That time, Thompson, the league's 3rd leading rusher. 2nd and 15. Again, Raymond, the quarterback keeper around the side over midfield, the 20, and knocked out at the 17 as we take a look at Chicago's starting offense.
Stephanie Raymond, quarterback.
Javelle Thompson, running back.
Tamika Robinson, wide receiver.
And Stephanie Raymond, the former Northern Illinois University point guard, inducted into their Hall of Fame back in 2019. And hard to imagine that she is just a rookie. She has come leaps and bounds this season.
Well, you know, she has experience as a point guard in college and in the pros. They're used to running the show, kid.
It'll be 3rd and 5, 2 in the backfield. Woman in motion, another pitch to Thompson. Thompson is going to be hit short, and a flag comes in. That may well be holding.
Holding. Offense. Number 33. 10-yard penalty from the spot. Repeat down.
It is indeed another big penalty as you see our referee Donald Carr take another look.
And it's been both times around the right side, and both holds has been a result of trying to block Jolie of Fazekai, which is, of course, no small feat.
Backing up again here at the H-E-B Center in Cedar Park. Glad to have you with us wherever you may be joining us from on Fan Pass. It has been an amazing inaugural season of XLeague football. This could not think of a better way to wrap things up. Empty backfield, Raymond takes to the air, has her target. This is batted and almost caught. But Tamika Robinson just unable to come down with it after the deflection.
There's quite a few almosts on this. There's almost a sack, then it's almost caught, you'll see right here from Robinson, and then it is almost intercepted by Jessica Salazar. A bunch of really close misses right there. Could have been a big play, ended up, we'll just replay it again.
4th and 15. Can Chicago continue the drive? They're able to find the interception of Bailey Hodgins early on. The Blitz trying to establish an early lead. Big fourth down. Raymond again takes to the air, looking down the field. Too tall for her target. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Back to the Empire. 5:37 remaining in the first. In scoreless in X Cup 2022. Welcome back. HEB Center in Austin, Texas, site of X Cup 2022. Dane Robinson, head coach of the Atlanta Empire, the former University of Buffalo defensive end. 9 years as a coach. Lane, you and I spoke with him earlier this week. He has not won a championship. He says this is one of the best teams he has ever had. Can they bring that title to Robinson as Salazar is stacked up in the backfield, and you can see the blitz defense keen on number 39 immediately?
Absolutely. Salazar will have the undivided attention of the Chicago Blitz. Great team defense, stringing her out to the outside. Don't let her get vertical. Get her right into the wall, and that is definitely a win on first down for the Atlanta Empire defense, kid.
The league MVP. Goes 5'7", 170. A powerhouse is the Miami product and former volleyball player. Salazar has toted the rock more often than not and gets another carry here around the near side, up across the 20 to the 15 before she's pushed out.
And I'm going to tell you what, kid, I think you watch Salazar running the ball, but it doesn't get done without blocking. And watch number 7, Lauren Ziegler, right there on the edge. She gets a pancake block. And that springs Salazar for a nice game.
Salazar played youth tackle football, the only girl in her league, and she has not let up since. Her third consecutive carry for Salazar. The Empire will rely on her. Let's take a look at Atlanta's offense.
Bailey Hodgins, quarterback. Lindsay Bell, your wide receiver.
Joey Fezikai, your tight end.
Ezel, the speed back, and then you have a Fezikai, maybe the top target in the league at 6'1", the former Division I basketball player. And this is Julia Fezikai territory lane inside the red zone.
Absolutely. We talked with Coach Lewis on Tuesday, and when talking about the pass game, had one key, and that was a Fezikai all the way.
1st and 10 from the 11. Ziegler in the backfield, and she will be hit. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit. Hightower there for the blitz amongst others.
Hightower's there, and you're going to see number 51, Autumn Bertrand, coming as well. There she is right there, cleaning it up at the end. Great team defense right there from Atlanta.
Bringing numbers to the ball, exactly what Coach Lewis wants to see if they're going to stop this powerful Empire run game. Clock ticking down, just over 3 minutes remaining in a scoreless first quarter. Atlanta looking to strike first. Hodgins flushed out, able to find her target, Ezel with the completion.
And I think it was going to be tough the whole time for Bailey Hodgins to make as accurate a throw as she really wanted to make right here. You can see the pressure coming right in her face. That's going to be applied by number 56, Shelby Williams. And again, just really not much you can do when pressure comes on you that quickly.
Take a look at the blitz defense. They are talented.
Kristen Kampa, middle linebacker.
Labrinthia Murdoch, corner. Jade Austin, safety.
Campa leading the way, the former University of Illinois heptathlete. 3rd and 7, handoff to Salazar across the 5. They will see where they mark her. It may be 4th and short from the initial spot.
And what a play right here on defense from Jade Austin. Look at tracking it down from that secondary. And one-on-one tackle, shoving Salazar violently into the wall. That's how you play when you're back there at safety.
We've already seen Austin with 2 huge tackles. Missed a lot of training camp, did number 23 for the Blitz because she's active duty military and was unable to make training camp. And Coach Lewis said, even that being the case, she has been a key contributor. Particularly, she's got more minutes under her belt. 4th and 3, a huge 4th down coming. Ziegler in motion. Salazar in the backfield, and Salazar gets the handoff and in for the Empire touchdown. Atlanta is on the board.
Damn it.
Great run here around the right side from Salazar. Check out that block from number 3 right there, Lindsay Azell. She's not afraid to do the dirty work, and it's that kind of effort that helps your teammates out, and that gets Atlanta the first lead of the X Cup.
The league MVP finds the opening points, and it's the number 1 seed Atlanta Empire on the board first, looking for the conversion, and they are stopped short. See the official right there, Gary Vaught, on the spot. So it'll be 6-0, and you see the stats from Salazar this season. 4th leading rusher in the league, but really that's just a very small fraction of what she does on both sides of the ball.
No, absolutely. She's the league MVP for a reason. Maybe she doesn't get every touchdown. She's certainly got some help in the backfield. You'll see Azell run the ball. You'll see Ziegler run the ball as well. Mazekai's going to get involved in the pass game. But when it counts, when you need it, she makes plays.
Oh, come on. Referee Donald Carr there, a few words for Atlanta's assistant, Dom Robinson. He's the OC, quarterbacks and running backs coach. Sid Lewis of Chicago there as well. Now, how did the Blitz respond? Less than a minute remaining in the first quarter. Chicago trailing 6-0, a handoff up the middle. Good gain on first via Javelle Thompson.
There's Javelle Thompson. There's the powerhouse of the running back right there. Just smash mouth football. That's old school. That's what they love to see in Chicago. Get your head down, get that weight behind you, drive those legs, and chew up yards.
Thompson was a big question mark coming into the season after ACL tear and surgery in the offseason, but she quickly erasing any doubts. She has been 100%. Raymond underneath, off the fingertips, and almost intercepted. Rachel Blacklock there, and that's one that she thought she should have taken the other way for 6.
Well, I think both players think they might have taken it for 6. If that ball's caught right there by April Milkey, it might have been a touchdown. So who knows? Got to make these plays in big games.
The first quarter in the books, and Atlanta with an early 6-0 lead. GB Center in Austin, X Cup 2022. There is the Blitz head coach of the year this year in XLeague football, and very well-deserved, Sid Lewis of Chicago.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to talk with Coach Lewis. Always a pleasure to talk with Coach Robinson as well, but he is certainly a deserving candidate for the award.
On his side, they have played arguably the toughest schedule this year in the XLeague, and they have not shied away from anyone. Thought his side maybe bit under the radar early, didn't get the respect they deserve, but they are here because of what they have done on the field. They have answered the call time and time again, but they find themselves trailing after the first quarter. Raymond with a little handoff, bobbled, hit in the backfield. Callie Stanley there for the Empire, and it's going to be a loss for the Blitz.
When you said it, Kit, right from the start, this play's in trouble. It's a bobble right there. You can see it. Actually really lucky to keep that ball in their possession.
Stanley, she was high school teammates with Bailey Hodgins. Those two, needless to say, that relationship goes back a few years, and Anita Drain fortunate that she was able to hold on to that one.
And you know, Kit, hats off to the state of Georgia for offering football in high school for women. I think that's fantastic, and I hope the other 49 states can get on board with that.
Varsity flag football there at the high school level, and able to find her target complete across midfield, and the 21st down and into Atlanta territory. A huge conversion on 4th and 8.
And that's going to be Stephanie Daniels, the seldom used tight end. And that's probably how she got so wide open. Look at her sneak it out into flats there, running north and south, and what a big gain right there. The pass from Stephanie Raymond to Stephanie Daniels, and a big play for the Chicago Blitz.
Coach Lewis calls Daniels an undiscovered gem, came out of nowhere, no previous football experience, but you see what she can do, and a huge ceiling for number 56 in blue. Another pitch in the backfield trying to find a way through. Thompson across the 15 and knocked out at the 12.
And another positive running play right here. It seemed to get into a little momentum, a little rhythm here, Chicago. There it is, a little toss, another great lead block, and rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down. And right now, Chicago, they're the more physical of the two teams here.
Wayne, you said it. Give that offensive line and the tight ends credit. They are doing a great job with the downfield blocking. 2nd and 3 after the big gain. 2 in the backfield for Raymond. Gonna be another handoff, this time Drain. Drain is hit at the line of scrimmage, nothing doing. Ziegler leading the way alongside Merica Valdez.
I'm not really sure what was going on here because Ziegler is unblocked and it's one-on-one. Maybe you're just thinking Benita Drain is just that good and they're going to get away from that tackle. Lauren Ziegler, she's got it under control. What a great stop, one-on-one.
The veteran out of Tampa, the former Florida Gulf Coast University softball player. She is a true athlete in every sense, and you saw what this game means to her. Another big stop at the line of scrimmage. Valdez there again. Valdez and ZZ Green make up that star rookie defensive end pair for Atlanta.
Trying to run a little inside trap right there, but it's just not there. Following all the way down inside. What a great play.
33 and 99 combining for the stop, and it is going to bring up another 4th down. 4th and 1 for Stephanie Raymond and Chicago. A huge play coming up for both teams. Thompson in motion. Thompson, it looks like she will have enough. Will Raymond on the quarterback keeper.
There you go. That's always a good play on 4th and short, especially when you have an athlete like Stephanie Raymond. She's shown her wheels all season long. No one in that A-gap. That's stealing. That's taking candy from a baby right there. 1st down, Chicago.
Coach Lewis and his staff, they call Raymond a pit bull. Cannot speak highly enough of her toughness, and that is what you want to see in that situation. The quarterback taking matters into her own hands. A new set of downs, 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Chicago looking for their first points in a very defensive-minded first half. It'll be another pitch. Thompson across the 5. Thompson looks like she was hit just shy of the goal line. We will see where they mark her.
No official signal as of yet, so I think it's going to be down right by the goal line. But there we go. We got a wagon train heading around that left side. Oh, and yep, just barely short. Coming in to finish it off, Keon Harrison for Atlanta. But it is right in the shadow of the goal line for Chicago's offense.
Harrison lowers the boom. Coach Dane Robinson says that she may be the most underrated player in the league, one of the league's co-leaders in sacks. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 1. Again, Raymond trying to back her way in, and she's going to be short.
She is going to be short, Kit. On that previous 4th down play, Atlanta didn't have a defender in the A-gap. Look at the replay. They got all the gaps covered. Not only do they have all the gaps covered, the Atlanta defensive line wins the battle of the lowest pads, drives that Chicago offensive line back. Result, 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from inside the 1.
I'd like to see Javelle Thompson or Benita Drain right here. Let's get it to those running backs that got you here to the X-Cup.
Thompson in the backfield, 4 on the line, and it's going to be Raymond again, and this time she's in. The push from Thompson gets her quarterback across, and Chicago's tied it at 6.
And Thompson didn't get the carry, but she certainly gets the assist, pushing her quarterback Stephanie Raymond on the quarterback sneak in for the Chicago touchdown, and they've tied the game pending the point after here.
Chicago electing to go for 1. Blitz looking to take the lead for the first time in the ball game. Again, Thompson remains in the backfield. And to Thompson they will go. Thompson in for the point after, and Chicago's on top. Blitz 7, Empire 6.
Well, kid, it was one play later than I thought, but it is Javelle Thompson getting that crucial point, getting Chicago the lead. She's been doing it all year. Feed her steady, feed her often here in the X Cup.
League's third leading rusher coming into tonight's championship game. Thompson has been the workhorse. A power back, good size, great speed. She puts Chicago ahead with 3:40 remaining in the first half, and now we will see what the response is from Bailey Hodgins in Atlanta. Hodgins, who threw an interception in her first drive, and this is hit in after a short gain. Jade Austin again is having herself a whale of a game.
That is just phenomenal defensive play. Watch how quick Jade Austin closes the space right there. That is a one-on-one tackle straight to the ground. That is how you play safety. What a fantastic and powerful statement from Jade Austin.
Zoe's carry on first brings up 2nd and 7. Plenty of time for Atlanta to reestablish the lead before the halftime break. Hodgins dropping back, pressure flushes her out, complete, has her target across midfield, and it should be enough for the first down. Julia Fazekai with her first catch of the ball game.
And there you go, the big 6'1" tight end of Fazekai sneaking out. Kind of wonder how she's able to get free. You got to have her accounted for on absolutely every play, because if you don't, that's what happens.
You said it, Sid Lewis, talking about the Atlanta passing offense. He said one word: we have to stop number 15. Obviously, that is Julia Fazekai. Such a mismatch.
Oh, down in the red zone, kit. She's as good as it gets.
Picks up a new set of downs, just over 2 minutes remaining. Clock ticking down here in the first half. Another handoff to Ezel, and Ezel weaves her way down to the 17.
Good vision right there from Lindsay Ezel, the running back. There it is. There's nothing there. Let's cut it back and let's get what we want. Love to see it with those running backs. They've got that path they're going on to the outside, but it's not there. Stick your foot in the ground, get north and south, and get positive yardage. And she did. She picked up 6 of them.
8 rushes, 27 yards for Atlanta here in the first half. We'll take a break. 1:55 remaining in the second quarter. Chicago on top by 1. The Blitz fans having made the trip down from the Windy City, and they are hoping to bring a title back with them. And you gotta love it. It's Austin, it's Texas. The fans, they are dressed. I don't know if that's to the nines, but they are dressed tonight, and it is the X Cup. Kit McConico alongside Lane Grigg with you, and so far this one is living up to the billing, Lane, but maybe a bit of a surprise. These two teams, we know what they can do on offense. It's been a bit defensive early on.
Absolutely. I think this is the lowest scoring game we've seen so far at this point in the ball game. I really love that formation. Atlanta's the only team I've seen run it. That triple I, that Maryland I, if you will. Great combination of inside run and outside sweep. They've got some great play action off that as well.
And Robinson, he will run that Maryland I, force the opponents to stop them. Said, we have the line to do it, and with a back like Salazar, why not? Nina Francis in the backfield for the Empire. Woman in motion is Ziegler. Coming to the near side, Hodgins across the 10 and is hit immediately. Took a big shot, does the teenager.
And I think you got a busted play right here. If you'll watch Bailey Hodgins, she opens up to her right, expecting to see the running back. Yeah, see that right there? And that's busted all the way, and she's just trying to get what she can. And she definitely comes up a little bit gimpy after that tackle.
And who else for Chicago in on the hit but number 23, Jade Austin.
She's just had an incredible game. She's all over the place. Every time we look up, she's flying to the football.
Under a minute remaining here in the first half, or just over, I should say. 2nd and 8 after the short gain. And nowhere to go, stacked up at the line. Chicago with a wall of blue.
An immediate penetration. I mean, right as the ball is snapped by Kristen Campa. Here it is on the replay, right there. Just absolutely no chance for that play to develop.
They tried to hand it to a Fazekai, the big tight end. Kayla Weller there, the line woman of the year, the former professional volleyball player. She is a star on both sides, but predominantly on the offensive line, and she has paved the way for that Empire rushing attack this season. Very well-deserved award last night. 3rd and 12. Ezel gets the handoff. Ezel is going to be hit for a loss. Tried to string it out, and Chicago snuffed it out perfectly. Stephanie Daniels there.
And we've highlighted Jade Austin really stepping up this game. Well, I got to give the same shout out to Stephanie Daniels at that defensive end position. She's played remarkably well on defense and additionally caught a big gaining pass on offense. And I thought that play call on 3rd down was pretty conservative from Atlanta. Let's see, they've got to open it up right here, but just a little bit confused. 3rd and 9, and you go with a run.
See what Tom Robinson, the offensive coordinator, draws up here. 4th and 9 from the 10. Hodgins looking for her target and knocked away. She was trying to go to a Fazekai, and guess who? Jade Austin broke it up.
I tell you what, right now, first half MVP for me, it's got to be Chicago's Jade Austin. Not only is she all over the field tackling Salazar one-on-one, watch her in coverage, first the tallest player in the league. Step for step, pass breakup, Jade Austin. What a first half from number 23 from Chicago.
The rookie out of the Windy City is putting on a masterful performance on the defensive side of the ball. And now Stephanie Raymond back out looking to extend the Chicago lead in 46 seconds. That's an eternity in the X League.
It is plenty of time, especially when you got the arm and the legs of Stephanie Raymond.
Receiver in motion, pressure in the face of Raymond, steps up complete at midfield and all the way down to the 16-yard line. Brinthia Murdoch on the reception.
Deep crossing route, great ball by Stephanie Raymond, leading Labrinthia Murdoch for the big play. And just a spike right there, saving that timeout.
Incomplete pass.
Here's the replay right here. Credit the offensive line. That's a deep route. It takes a long time to get it, but that ball is a strike thrown absolutely on a dime, and they are in scoring position with time left.
Lane coaches always talk about ending a half well, starting a half well. Chicago has an opportunity to take huge momentum into the halftime break if they can score.
Oh, absolutely. 28 seconds left. You've got plenty of time. Definitely don't want to take a sack. Probably need to go to the air right here, but Stephanie Raymond has shown she's more than capable and up to the task.
28 seconds. Second down for Raymond. Dropping back, has her target and just too far in front. Diving was Thompson, couldn't come up with it.
Watch how close this is to another touchdown. Just a hair in front, maybe one more step. And Benita Drain's going to come up with that for the second touchdown for Chicago. As it is, it's going to be second down and still plenty of time. 23 seconds, that's still 3 plays in the X League.
Raymond only 2 of 6. Chance to give her team a big-time lead going into the break. Out of the shotgun, Raymond again takes to the air, has her target complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Tamika Robinson.
And we said it was plenty of time to score, and it is. Stephanie Raymond, that ball is slightly underthrown, but the defender for Atlanta slips down. Chicago sure-handed. Tamika Robinson, that's a touchdown. And we talked about it, going into the half with some energy, going into the half with a little bit of mojo.
The former professional track and field star. She was a 60-meter hurdler. And that is not somebody you want to get in a track meet with. Going for one, Chicago. Raymond, pressure on her, and she's able to get this pass off, but they will not be able to add. They're going to say it was incomplete, and the result the same as Chicago unable to add the point after. So it remains a 7-point Blitz lead with 19 seconds left in the first half.
Absolutely, and now let's flip the script on it as you see the replay here. Again, you've got pressure immediately in her face right there, applied by Atlanta, and really no chance for that. But we're going to flip the script here. You got Bailey Hodgins, you got Jessica Salazar, you got Ziegler, you got Azell, and you got 19 seconds. So this half certainly isn't over.
They have 2 timeouts as well. So a lot here for Atlanta. We'll have to be judicious with the play calls. They're going to elect to keep it on the ground. Hand off to Ziegler, and Ziegler knocked out after a short gain. And it appears that Atlanta may be content to go into the half trailing by 7.
That's exactly what it seems like to me. Go in and remount, reload, and regroup. Boy, that was a look that could kill right there. My goodness, look at the intensity of Coach Dane Robinson.
He's an intense man, a personal trainer, leads those streaming workouts on the Daily Burn 365. You and I have wisely declined the invitations to join it. To the air goes Hodgins, and intercepted inside the 5. Chicago looking to run it back, and that is knocked away. Ball on the turf, still on the carpet, and finally scooped up as the first half comes to a close. It's the 2-seed Chicago Blitz on top by 7 at the break. What a first half between the league's 2 undefeated sides. 20 minutes to go to determine who gets to take home the hardware as your inaugural X-Cup champion. Halftime in Austin, Texas. Chicago leading Atlanta at the break in the X-Cup 2022. We'll take a live look into the Empire locker room.
Y'all see that when we are actually doing what we need to do, we're chunking off the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards if we can. All right? I'll talk to you guys individually. No excuse. We make mistakes. All good. You got to get back out there because I don't know what the hell is going on with you, but your blocks are trash. If you need her, but you ought not need her. You're great by yourself. All right? You won that fucking award for a reason, but that ain't why we're here. All right? Thank you for being ready to jump in and just fucking go. All right? I don't know. It seems like there's a personnel issue. When you're not in the position that you guys have practiced with, you get all fucking flustered. But you guys asked for this. I gave you this. I gave you guys the playbook right there on your wrist. No reason that if you go to H, or you go to H, or you go to H, you shouldn't know what to do, period. You got the plays in front of you, all right? Don't let her push you like that no more, all right? We just out here, again, that looked like going through emotions. We're okay because we all made a mistake. I made a bad call. We didn't know she didn't know where to go. Heard something completely different. It's all good. It does not make or break this game. Fix your attitude. Fix your attitude. If I don't give a fuck if she throws 99 picks in her career. If I ever see that ball get picked off and you just, did you hear a whistle? So what you stop for? That ain't how we play football. Do it again, and I'm going to put you on the bench for the rest of the game. We get into the second half.
Atlanta OC Dom Robinson adjusting his side at the half. They trail by 7. Blitz back out on the field, and they will have the opening possession of the second half. You look at Stephanie Raymond, 3 for 8, 1 touchdown, 49 yards through the air. Always a threat on the ground as well. They will keep it on the ground. Will the Blitz. Raymond. It'll be a short gain, and she's wrapped up by Rachel Blacklock.
That's a really good job of disciplined defense from Atlanta. You'd expect the former defensive end being your head coach would have those defensive ends playing at a high level, and they certainly are. Staying put, staying home, eye discipline on the quarterback, and a good stop on first down.
Erica Valdez there with the stop after the gain of just 1. Raymond with the handoff, and here come the blitz, a steady dose of Thompson. Is Thompson able to pick up a few, but it's still gonna be 3rd and 6 for Chicago.
And you had Merica Valdez right there playing from her defensive end stop. League MVP Jessica Salazar from the linebacker, double teaming it right there. 2 plays, 2 good looks from that Atlanta defense.
The Empire can force a 3 and out in Chicago's first drive. That would be massive for Atlanta. Salazar making sure everyone is where they need to be. 3rd and 7. Under center, Raymond, 2 in the backfield. Pressure coming, Raymond to her release valve, incomplete. The pass was short. Thompson had all kinds of space in front of her.
Oh my goodness, how much would Stephanie Raymond like to have this one back? Throwing off her back foot, can't quite get enough zip on the ball. And Kit, that one might have gone the distance if Thompson comes down with it.
Instead, it is going to be 4th and 7 for Thompson and Chicago. Can they convert and keep the drive alive?
By far the biggest play early here in this second half, Kit.
Brinthia Murdoch here on the near side. Receiver in motion. Raymond, pressure comes, and Raymond able to get the pass off as she was going down. There is no intentional grounding, so a wise play by Raymond not to give up any more yards, but it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Right you are, and immediate pressure off the edge right there from Callie Stanley from that cornerback blitz. We call that a cowboy in the football business, and she took care of business, forcing that desperate pass from Stephanie Raymond. Again, no intentional grounding, but a turnover on downs all the same.
It is going to be a very short field for Atlanta. The Empire retake the lead. They took it early on. Jessica Salazar's touchdown at the end of the first quarter. Chicago has been on top ever since. And again with Salazar. Salazar keeps the legs churning and picks up a good 3 after contact.
And this is an impressive run from Jessica Salazar, pretty much single-handedly doing this on her own. She's hit in the backfield. Check it out here. Right there, boom. Met on the line of scrimmage. Nice spin move, and just the power. Keeping those legs churning, making something out of nothing.
Able to get away from one of the league's top tacklers in Kristen Campa. Makes it a 4-yard gain for Salazar. 2 receivers to the top. Salazar in motion. Raymond, a little pitch underneath to Afezikai, and Afezikai across the 10. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Again, this little inside trap play that you see so much in the XLeague to Afezikai, the tight end. Can't get around the edge, and actually slung forward for about another 2 or 3 yards right there. Good defense, but really close to a first down, setting up 3rd and very short 2 yards.
Big 3rd down coming for Atlanta, trying to convert 2 yards to go. As Hodgins over on the sideline got the play call. Hodgins under center. There is that Maryland eye. 3 behind the teenager, and it'll be to Salazar. Salazar to the outside, has enough for the first down.
And in order to stop a play like that, the Chicago defense, they're going to have to set the edge. Someone from Chicago, be the defensive end, it might be the cornerback, it might be the safety, has got to come flying up when they see that edge run in order to make that thing bounce all the way to the sideline.
Lane, I thought she had it there, marked her just short, so it's going to be 4th and less than a yard now for Atlanta to keep the drive alive. Power set to the right. Salazar again in the backfield. Salazar takes the handoff, and she's going to be hit. Salazar, I don't think she made it.
Kid, I'm not sure. We'll have to see what the officials say, but it certainly wasn't convincing.
This would be a huge turnover on downs, and we will see if forward progress may have been enough. And actually, that was first down, so we were correct previously that she was able to pick up enough on that 3rd down conversion. Apologies there, as it will bring up 2nd and goal for Atlanta. Look at Deanna Hightower, the elder statesman of this team, part of that stout defensive line. They need to come up with a stop here. Salazar again, and Salazar hit for a loss. The ball came out. Who has it? Ball on the turf. Chicago says they have it. And yes, they do. Waiting for the official signal as Salazar blasted, and I think it was Kristen Campa who recovered the fumble.
And who else but Kristen Campa could be involved in a play like this? That is how you set the edge, and then watch the posse come. The ball's out right there immediately. Kristen Campa, Johnny on the spot. And if Chicago wins this game, it's definitely going to be on the back of 3 turnovers now that they have caused, and they are looking to reap the benefits. Now, in order to take it to the next level, you see it right there, that 3rd turnover force. Let's capitalize on this. Got to turn this into points if you really want to make the most out of it.
That was Emma Vanderheiden, one of the toughest players on the Blitz roster, who was first to Salazar, forced the turnover. As Raymond now back out with just over 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Chicago with this 7-point lead. Raymond drops back, has her target. Oh, incomplete. Stephanie Daniels, no one there. Just couldn't come down with it.
Oh, man, wish you had this one back, don't you? Wide open, sneaking out into the right flats. The ball's there. Maybe just her eyes got so big. She was so excited with how many yards she was going to gain on that play. But you got to do little things first. Got to make sure you catch it and tuck it in before you can turn it upfield and run.
Daniels, no stranger to Austin, the younger sister of Austin Sounds, Chris Daniels, one of the top players for the XLeague franchise here in the Lone Star State. Again, Raymond under duress, takes to the air, has it complete. And here go the Blitz into Atlanta territory and all the way inside the 10-yard line. Tamika Robinson with a huge catch as flags go flying after the play.
And I agree with Coach Lewis on this. I thought I saw a late hit from an Atlanta defender on the tail end of that interception. I understand why Coach Sidney Lewis is talking to the official about that, because I believe that's a late hit all the way.
Atlanta's Dane Robinson out there as well, and mentioned he's had reason to be unhappy a few times. Get another look. Obviously a great pass, and you see Robinson able to get away, but keep an eye on the end of this.
After the play, we have a dead ball, personal foul on Chicago. 15 yards from the end of the run. 33, first down.
And you can see on the end of this play, Benita Drain taking exception to that hit coming in right there, and that's what she's going to get the flag for. I understand you're protecting your teammate. Keep a cool head right here. That's a big play for you. You don't want to back it up with a penalty.
It's always the last one who gets flagged. That much we know for sure, and that is a huge turn there as it was Chicago inside the 10 and now backed up after the personal foul.
Good coverage right there from Atlanta. That's going to be number 88, Rachel Blaylock. She diagnosed that pass almost immediately. Were that to be an interception, it would have been for a minimal gain.
Minute 34 remaining in quarter number 3. Either side has been able to find points here in the 3rd. We're still tied at 13-6, our score at the half. Can Chicago change that? 2 backs offset. Raymond looking for a release valve. Has her coming out of the back on the wheel route, and that is complete. Flag comes in, and a big catch from JaVale Thompson.
I think you might get a hit into the head area here, a targeting of some type on Keon Harrison.
We got a personal foul. Number 77, defense. Hands to the face. 15 yards from the end of the run. Still, that's first down.
It's going to go against the Empire. Take another look at this.
First down.
And I think he meant to call number 11 instead of 77 on that. You could see the hands to the face. The official just got it wrong. Donald Carr said 77, meant number 11. Keon Harrison there.
Chicago with a personal foul, then Atlanta returns the favors. They give the yards right back to the Blitz. That'll make it 1st and goal for the team from the Windy City. 62 seconds left in the 3rd. Clock ticking down. All kinds of time for Raymond. Raymond has her target, incomplete. Knew where she wanted to go, Tamika Robinson. Just couldn't come away with it.
Well, you could see from our vantage point that pass was going to be open if she could just hang on long enough. And that ball is right there on the money, and in a championship game, that's when you really got to pull in. I'm sure Tamika Robinson is kicking herself right now in the huddle.
Robinson is the 2nd leading receiver in the league, and that is a catch that she makes 9 times out of 10.
27. Ace right, X yo-yo 9.
Clock continues to tick down. 25 seconds remaining here in the quarter.
All right, in the slot, from the slot. On, ready?
Tamika Robinson sitting on 5 touchdowns this year, and that certainly would have been her 6th.
Raymond again, and incomplete yet again. Robinson into the wall, and that was a more difficult catch just because the wall right there than that first attempt was. And it's going to be 3rd and goal as we head to the 4th. 10 minutes to play. The X Cup on the line. A 7-point game as we head to the 4th quarter. Ten minutes remaining, and KK Matheny, star quarterback for Seattle, watching this one. I know she wishes she was out there on the floor. What a season she had. She simply has to watch from the stands to see if it's Atlanta or Chicago that will take home the ultimate prize. 3rd and goal. Chicago on top, and this one off the mark again. Looking for Robinson as Albert is going to draw the flag. A shove came in. I believe that was ZZ Green. And
after the play, personal foul, number 33, unnecessary roughness. Half of this to the goal, still 3rd down.
Wayne, what a huge turn that is.
But I think it's going to be, should be against 33 ZZ Green from Atlanta. Let's see if he changes his mind here. Because I don't see that being against Benita Drain.
Play 6, all right? Base right,
but if it is it's an enormous play. Because now they're backed up, and they had it right on the goal line.
And you can clearly see the shove from Atlanta's number 33, ZZ Green, on Brittany Albert, number 8 of Chicago. They're going to say this is going to go against Benita Drain of Chicago. So Chicago, it is Drain, gets it down to the 1-yard line. See Drain wisely comes up, arms to the sky, and just gets out of the fray as quickly as possible.
And you want to see how an MVP tackles. That's how an MVP tackles right there. Jessica Salazar stuffing the run on that cutback, preventing a touchdown. What could be a game-sealing touchdown by Chicago. They should get one here, and it is. It's 2nd and goal. And what a huge personal foul penalty that was against ZZ Green.
Green commits the egregious error in a very tightly contested game, and that was well after the play had been blown dead. Chicago looking to take advantage. Raymond has Drain in the backfield. Robinson in motion. They will go to Drain again, and she is hit for a loss, stood up. Salazar along with Blacklock, the combo for the Empire.
And just proving again and again, play after play, why she's the one to watch at linebacker in the XLeague. Jessica Salazar, what a great tackle. 2 people wrapping it up, Salazar and Blaylock. And Chicago, they may have to go to the air here if they're going to get a touchdown because Atlanta has shut down the run.
What was second and goal from the 2. They have now backed up, have the blitz. Still 2 plays to work with. As you said, this may well be the game-defining drive. Go with the jumbo set. Raymond, the keeper, around the side, and she is in untouched. Stephanie Raymond for the blitz.
And a really innovative play call here. You've got the motion running everybody off, and you've got the wheels of Stephanie Raymond right around the left side. So you've got to clear out, there's no blocker, and that's 6 points for Chicago.
A huge drive and touchdown for the blitz. There's still a lot of time remaining in this one, 7.5 to be exact. Chicago will go for 1.
Hey, base left.
Chance to make this 14-point game if they are successful in this point after attempt. Raymond incomplete. So it stays Chicago 19, Atlanta 6.
So you got a 13-point game. It's still 2 scores. And so far, I haven't seen anything from Atlanta showing me they're going to be able to score twice. Of course, anything can happen. We've seen games come down to the wire. Look at that, 98 yards, that touchdown. But look at those rushing touchdowns, 2 so far on the night. The last one right there giving him a commanding 13-point lead. Now it's time for that Chicago defense to answer the bell.
He is the league offensive player of the year, league MVP nominee, and showing up big under the brightest lights as Hodgins looks to respond. Bailey Hodgins to the air, too far, had her target wide open. Julia Fazekai running down the sideline.
And this ball from Hodgins is about 5 yards too deep because Fazekai is wide open. Oh, maybe only about 2 yards too deep. Between the connection from Hodgins to Fazekai, just not quite there.
And look, Hodgins just 3 for 7 with 2 interceptions, just 17 yards for the 19-year-old quarterback. Pressure again, Hodgins under pressure, and this one in front of Salazar, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
We were talking with Coach Sidney Lewis on Tuesday. As you can see, another incomplete pass right here from Hodgins. And Coach Lewis straight up questioned Hodgins' ability to pass good enough to win a game. Like, if you have to pass to win the game, he said he hadn't seen Hodgins do it yet all this season, and so far he's proving a bit of a savant because, well, quite honestly, Hodgins hasn't had her best performance of the year this evening. Leave it up to Coach Dominique Robinson, the offensive coordinator, working his quarterback, Bailey Hodgins, to figure something out to get her going.
What an inaugural year in the XLeague. Chicago, could they come away with this first X Cup and able to find Ziegler, the veteran, the safety blanket, with a huge grab for a first down?
We were just talking about something that could give Bailey Hodgins some confidence. Well, a nice completion like that, great catch, ball's thrown behind Ziegler. She adjusts her body to pick it up. And that's what you needed right there. You got to get it going. At some point, the clock becomes a factor. Maybe not a factor just yet, but I do think the sooner you can score, the better.
With 5 minutes remaining and precious seconds ticking off for Atlanta. Chicago inching closer to this title. Hodgins is hit. Stephanie Daniels alongside Deanna Hightower there for Chicago. Both teams need to be careful, particularly Chicago in this situation. No reason to give up any penalties.
No, Chicago's the one with everything to lose, and Stephanie Daniels, who's having an absolutely career night. Coach Lewis described her as the best overall lineman, a lot of football savvy, and she's had both on display here this evening. Just a whale of a game from number 56 this evening.
Just a rookie, a very bright future. Both she and Jade Austin, another rookie, and those two have really set the tone defensively for the Blitz tonight.
And that was a turnover on downs. One more touchdown, and that could seal the deal here for Chicago.
A huge sack on 4th down, gives it back to Raymond, and the Blitz know that, as you said, Another score may well put the nail in the coffin. They will keep it on the ground with this 13-point lead, trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Absolutely, and we talk about another score sealing the deal. Well, I think Atlanta defense, they think they certainly have a role to play in that. Right now on this first down play, that's a great job by Merica Valdez from the defensive end. Not a sack, she's got some of those this year, but chalk her down for a tackle for a loss. Great play on first down. Look at that clock, rolling. It's going to be almost down to the 3-minute mark by the time this play is over.
Lane, it may not be another score that does it for Chicago. You'd imagine another first down, and that would be enough for the Blitz to take the X Cup home. Another handoff and a hit, maybe a slip at the line of scrimmage. Thompson goes down, and Atlanta will take a timeout with 3:10 remaining.
And I think Coach Robinson's thinking the way we're thinking, that it may not need to be a score. It may just need to be that first down to keep that clock moving.
It has been an incredible inaugural season here in the XLeague, the highest level women's tackle football, and it is only going to expand as we go to year 2. But we still have to crown a champion. It is going to be short. Robinson is going to bring up 4th down as Robinson unable to get to the sticks. Now we'll see what Chicago does.
Little simple out route right here. That's a good ball from Raven to Robinson. One missed tackle away, but what we have right here, we have 4th and short. Could this be the X Cup on the line right here? I certainly think should Chicago get a first, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure for the Atlanta Empire.
Look at Chicago, 145 yards through the air, and that is coming from a rookie quarterback. We mentioned it early. She's gotten better each and every time out. Coach Lewis could not speak highly enough of the league's offensive player of the year. This is batted down, pressure into the face, and Coach Robinson and Atlanta staff immediately out there on the field as they get the stop and the turnover on downs.
And that could be an X Cup saving stop right here. Look at the pressure coming up from Blaylock right at the middle. I'm sorry, it's not Blaylock. It is going to be 6'1", a Fazekai coming from the defensive end position. Tough to throw over her. What a big stop from Atlanta, and they still need those 2 scores. It's still a 13-point game. Got to get something in the end zone on this drive. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Got to get something in the end zone quickly on this drive.
Drama just continues to build. Coach Dom Robinson, the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator, you wanted to clarify how much time on the clock, and you heard it right there, 2:17 left. Atlanta trailing by 13. Time, but the Empire will have to move quickly. Hodgins, pressure in her face, takes to the air, throws this one up, and it's caught. Somehow, Lindsay Ezel down with it, and the touchdown. Oh my goodness. Folks, we are not done yet.
And I think 9 seconds, I think that's going to be a fast drive to be sure. What incredible concentration from Lindsay Ezel. And I can't believe that pass was even thrown with that much pressure in the face of Bailey Hodgins. Just an incredible turn of events here. And it was 13-point lead, only 9 seconds ago. And let's see what happens after the point after.
Ezel, the former collegiate cheerleader, shows off the incredible hands. Atlanta going for 1. Salazar will be hit short, does not get the point after attempt, so it stays a 7-point game, a minute 54 remaining. And Lane, we mentioned it earlier, but it bears repeating. When these two met back in week 1, Atlanta playing as Kansas City, that game went to overtime. So it's going to be 2 minutes on the clock. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining, a 7-point ball game. Final result still very much in the air. Raymond takes to the ground, a rare scramble, and she's up across the 20, takes a shot, does Stephanie Raymond from Jessica Salazar.
Stephanie Raymond beat Jessica Salazar. Oh my word, at the end of this play, watch this, here it comes. Oh my goodness, sometimes as a quarterback, the best thing you can do is just give yourself up with that slide, especially when 39 league MVP Jessica Salazar has you lined up for a kill shot.
Clock ticking down, a minute 30 left. Raymond again, the keeper, finds her way through across midfield, across the 20, tripped up, first down Chicago, and that may well do it.
That's similar to the touchdown play again. You got one receiver running straight down the outside, running that cornerback off, so there's no quick force play. Stephanie Raymond right around the edge on the outside for a big run, forcing Atlanta to take that last time out here. Look at that, 9 rushes, 32 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those 2 touchdowns, boy, they have been huge for Chicago.
Laying that tackle came from the league MVP, a touchdown saving tackle. As you would imagine, if Raymond had been able to take that one in, that would have definitely been the ball game.
Oh, absolutely. And gutsy from Stephanie Raymond. Last time she ran around the right side, Salazar rang her bell a little bit. Stephanie Raymond calling a little number on that, seeing Salazar certainly not shying away from contact.
There's a reason they call her a pit bull. That is high praise, particularly when given to a quarterback. Salazar, 28 yards on 9 rushes, a touchdown tonight. She's been a bigger force on defense. By and large, has been bottled up. The fans on their feet enjoying this one. Hope you are as well. The hardware on the line. The X Cup. Less than a minute and a half from being awarded, as Raymond back and will go ahead and take a knee as the clock ticks down. Atlanta, no timeouts remaining, and Chicago can simply run out the clock, and now it is just that, a matter of time before the Blitz are crowned the first ever XLeague champion. They have felt disrespected. They have felt like they have not been given the recognition they deserve this year. They have used that chip on their shoulder all season long as Chicago, and they will take that all the way in to a title run in 2022, led behind their star quarterback and offensive player of the year, Stephanie Raymond.
And you look at Chicago, you look at what they have. They have the offensive MVP in Stephanie Raymond. They have the coach of the year in Sydney Lewis. They were designated team of the year. Of course, that's going to mean a lot more here in the next 5 seconds. They are a complete team. They've been great all year and truly deserving to be the X Cup champions.
And they are indeed. Chicago will take home the ultimate prize, your 2022 world champion, Chicago Blitz. An incredible season for women's tackle football in this country, across the world. And all credit to every team in the X League. Full credit to Atlanta. But it's Chicago crowned the champion. And what a season it has been from this team. They started in week 1, that overtime victory over this Atlanta team, and they have not looked back. The only undefeated team, 4-0, and justly crowned the champion.
And let's look through the season. They played 4 games. Who have they beat? They beat Atlanta twice, the number 1, number 2 team in the league. They beat Seattle twice when they were the number 1 team in the league as well. I would say, you have to say, they've had the most challenging schedule from start to finish. They've beat every opponent you put in front of them, and they are truly, truly deserving champions.
A rookie team, a lot of questions coming into this season. They quite simply wanted to win every quarter. And Coach Lewis said, if we win every quarter, we have a chance at winning the X Cup. They have done just that. What a year from this team. They call it a family. They don't say it's a team, and that is how close they are. The Chicago Blitz, your X Cup champions.
Another thing Coach Lewis told us about, playing a complete game, staying true to themselves. They did both of those. They're a ground and pound team. They're a defensive team. They held Atlanta to their lowest point total of the year. That's who they are. That's how they win. And they are celebrating right now, and deservedly so.
What a season for Chicago. And what a year for women's tackle football across the world. And the Blitz take home the inaugural X Cup as they win 19-13 over Atlanta.